Congratulations! Out of the billions of people on Earth, some mysterious force has selected you to become the leader of a superhero team. That's right. You are now the Red Ranger. Unfortunately, nobody checked whether you actually know how to lead people. You're 16 years old. You forgot your math textbook at school yesterday. You still have to ask your mom where she keeps the spare batteries. Your biggest leadership experience was being chosen to carry sports equipment one time in gym class. Yet somehow, the fate of an entire city has been placed directly into your hands, and everybody thinks this is a good idea. Welcome to your new life. A life filled with responsibility, stress, confusion, and an unhealthy amount of interrupted homework. 1. You are still in high school. The first problem with being the Red Ranger is simple. You are still a teenager. The city may see a fearless leader, but your school sees a student who forgot to submit an assignment. The universe doesn't care that you have exams. The villains don't care that you have exams. And your teachers definitely don't care that you have exams. Imagine trying to explain this. Sorry, I couldn't finish my homework. Oh, really? Why? I was busy preventing a citywide disaster. That's not an excuse. Minus 10 points. Your chemistry teacher is not impressed. Your history teacher is not impressed. Your math teacher is especially not impressed. As far as they are concerned, you're just another student who didn't do the work. Meanwhile, you're sitting there wondering why saving the world doesn't count as extracurricular activity. It should at least be worth extra credit, but apparently not. 2. Nobody taught you how to lead. Now let's discuss leadership. Specifically, the fact that you have absolutely no idea how to do it. One day you're worrying about school. The next day, people are looking at you for instructions. Why? Nobody knows. Every meeting goes exactly the same way. What should we do? You stare blankly. What do you mean, what should we do? You're the leader. Oh no. Suddenly, every decision becomes your responsibility. Where should the team go? Ask the Red Ranger. What's the plan? Ask the Red Ranger. What happens if the plan fails? Blame the Red Ranger. It's amazing. You can receive all the responsibility without receiving any training whatsoever. You're basically a teenager running a company that is constantly on fire. 3. Everyone expects you to know everything. The strange thing about becoming team leader is that people instantly assume you're smarter than you actually are. You're not. You know it. They know it. Yet somehow everyone keeps pretending. A teammate asks, "What's our strategy?" You don't have one. You're making this up as you go. Another teammate asks, "What's the backup plan?" Backup plan? You barely have a regular plan. Meanwhile, everybody is staring at you like you're some kind of genius. You're not a genius. Last week you spent 20 minutes looking for your phone while holding your phone. 4 monster attacks have perfect timing. You know what's interesting? Villains always attack at the worst possible moment. Never during free time, never during boring moments, never during weekends when you're actually available. No, the attacks always happen during something important. Eating lunch? Attack. Taking a test? Attack. Going on a date? Attack. About to enjoy 5 minutes of peace? Absolutely not. It's almost like the villains have access to your calendar. Imagine spending 3 hours finishing an assignment. You finally place your pencil down. You smile. You feel accomplished. And then, an alarm goes off. Of course it does, because happiness is illegal now. 5. You can never explain anything. The second worst part, you can't tell anyone where you've been. You disappear constantly. You're late constantly. You cancel plans constantly. And somehow you're expected to explain this normally. Your friend asks where you went. What are you supposed to say? Sorry, I was helping stop an invasion. Nobody is going to believe that. So instead you make up excuses. Bad excuses. Terrible excuses. Excuses that make absolutely no sense. Eventually everyone thinks you're either lying or incredibly irresponsible, which is frustrating. Because technically, you're being incredibly responsible, just on a much larger scale. 6. Your mom doesn't care either. Let's be honest. Parents are immune to superhero status. You could save the city before breakfast. Your mom would still ask why your room looks like a natural disaster. You return home exhausted. You haven't slept properly in days. You are emotionally destroyed. You walk through the door and immediately hear, "Take out the trash." Not, "How was your day?" Not, "Thank you for protecting civilization." Just, "Take out the trash." And you know what, she's right, because somehow the trash still needs to go out. Even superheroes have chores. 7. Your room is a disaster. You don't have time anymore. You're balancing school, responsibilities, team leadership, and constant emergencies. Cleaning your room becomes impossible. Every attempt ends the same way. You start organizing, things are going well, then another emergency happens. You leave, you return. The room somehow looks worse. At this point, your bedroom resembles an archaeological site. Future historians could study it. 8. Sleep no longer exists. Let's discuss sleep. Actually, Let's not. Because you don't get any. You wake up early, you go to school, you handle responsibilities, you deal with emergencies, you finish homework, and then you try sleeping. Try. The moment your head touches the pillow, something happens. Very single time. The result is simple. You are permanently tired. Your energy level is approximately equal to a phone battery stuck at 3%. 9. Your social life is gone. Remember having free time? No? Exactly. Friends invite you somewhere. You can't go. Family plans something, you miss it. School events happen. You arrive late, or not at all. Eventually people stop asking, not because they dislike you, but because you're never available. Your social life slowly transforms into a collection of unanswered messages. It's difficult maintaining friendships when you're constantly disappearing, especially when you can't explain why. 10. Every failed plan is your fault. Leadership comes with blame, lots of blame. When things go well, everyone celebrates. When things go badly, everyone looks at you. You become the official explanation for every problem. Didn't work? Leader's fault? Bad idea? Leader's fault. Unexpected disaster? Still somehow leader's fault. It's like becoming the captain of a ship where every iceberg personally hates you. 11. The stress never stops. Here's the real secret. You're stressed all the time. Not a little stressed, a lot stressed. You worry about school, you worry about responsibilities, you worry about letting people down, and somehow you're expected to look calm. People don't want nervous leaders, so you smile, you nod. You pretend everything is under control. Inside, complete panic, absolute chaos. Your brain is basically a room full of alarms. 12. The math homework problem. Perhaps the funniest part of all this. The city expects you to save everyone. Your parents expect you to clean your room. Your teachers expect you to finish assignments. And somehow all three deadlines arrive simultaneously. Imagine being responsible for preventing catastrophe, while also being responsible for question number 17 on page 94. That is an absurd situation, yet somehow it's your life now. One moment you're solving equations, the next moment you're dealing with another crisis, then you're back solving equations again. Nobody prepared you for this. 13. The world's worst part-time job. When you think about it, being the Red Ranger is basically a terrible part-time job. The hours are awful. The schedule is unpredictable, the stress is ridiculous, the responsibilities are endless. And the pay? There isn't any. You don't even get weekends. Most jobs at least let you clock out. You never clock out. You are permanently on call. Forever. 14. Why you keep doing it? So why continue? Why deal with the stress? Why deal with the lack of sleep? Why deal with constant responsibility? Because despite everything, people depend on you. Your friends depend on you. Your family depends on you. The city depends on you. And even though you're terrified most of the time, you keep showing up. Not because you're perfect, not because you know what you're doing, but because someone has to. And apparently that someone is a teenager with unfinished homework. So congratulations. You are now the Red Ranger. You have no leadership experience, no free time, no sleep, no believable excuses, no social life, and absolutely no idea what you're doing. Tomorrow you'll have homework. Your parents will give you chores. Your teachers will assign another project. Your teammates will ask for guidance. And some villain will almost certainly choose the worst possible moment to cause problems. But don't worry, everything is completely under control probably. Maybe. Actually, no, it's definitely not. Good luck.